I'm meteorologist Zach Hatcher. Well, after a quiet Delta day, we have thunderstorms to look forward to this weekend. But looking at the temperatures right now, they're dropping pretty quickly, already down to 33 in Grenada, 32 in Oxford, 38 in LeFlore County, 41 around Greenville and Leland, and 41 around Cleveland and Clarksdale. I expect these temperatures to drop another 4 to 6 degrees as those skies are clear and the winds have calmed down to about 0 miles an hour. A few counties are in freeze warnings. Grenada and Montgomery counties indicated in purple here. Other than that, every other county is not in a freeze warning, but that doesn't mean that the temperature is not going to be cold. Waking up tomorrow, you'll want that jacket, but as we go throughout the course of the morning, you'll want to throw that jacket out because it's going to warm up pretty quickly. That sunshine is going to kick in. We'll be 41 degrees by 7 a.m. So kind of a cool start, but once we get the sunshine working in our favor, 61 degrees and 64 by 4 or 5 p.m. And in between the lunch hour and that drive home, we could get close to 70 degrees. So that's a few degrees above the average for this time of March. Randolph sent this in. Sunrise in Bolivar County shows how clear the skies were this morning. We stayed that way for most of the day. We only had a few clouds in some of the area. We've really had a dry day, and that's because of this high pressure off to our south and east. That's controlling our weather. Once this moves off toward the east coast, we get that wind to turn more back out of the south and southwest. That's going to stream in the moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. And once we get enough moisture and this low pressure that's moving through Oklahoma approaches us, the winds will increase a little bit for Saturday. We'll start to see a little bit of a rain chance early Saturday morning. I don't think that would happen just yet on early Saturday morning. I'm thinking a little bit later in the morning for these showers, but I do think there's a chance before the main event happens. This low pressure moves in on Saturday afternoon, dragging this cold front to the southwest and this warm front to the east. So we're going to be in the warm sector. That's between the warm front and the cold front, and there tends to be a little bit of instability in the warm sector, and that's what's going to help kick off some thunderstorms. Doesn't look like there's a good chance for severe weather. You can't rule out a few storms that could approach severe limits, though. This low pressure moves off to the east. There could be some rain on the back end of it with this wind coming out of the north-northeast. And then we're going to dry out for late Sunday, and the rest of the work week's going to be fantastic. But then high pressure gives us north wind on Monday. So here's our rain totals with this weather system moving through. Could pick up close to 1 inch by 6 or 7 on Saturday night. About 1 inch in Greenwood, and Clarksdale's showing a little bit too much. I don't think that they're going to get above 3 inches in Clarksdale, but I do think up to 2 inches maybe once we reach early Sunday morning, once most of this moves through. Greenville could easily get 1.5 inches. Here's the severe weather threat. Looks like the best chance indicated in yellow, only a few counties. The rest of the Delta in a dark green shading. That is a smaller risk for severe weather, and it looks like the main threats could be hail and a few damaging wind gusts. Lows are going to be 35 or 36 tonight, warming up close to 70. Here's hoping that we get there, and then 7-day forecast is looking great after this weekend.